And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 9 of the Plumwild podcast, Super Late Models, presented by Northwest Racing Association. Tonight we come to you live from Peevely, Missouri, here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway for the penultimate round of this series. Next week we'll travel to the Volusia Speedway Park to conclude a 10-week season, and boy, we're looking forward to that one. And while coming into tonight with the drop weeks, taking into consideration Chase Barbara 666 points, leading the way over Connor New 652 points, Dylan Yeager 643, Desmond Busby, Nathan Waddell make up your top 5 in the point standings. We'll continue on to talk about that one throughout the course of the evening. Dylan Yeager is the man that goes quick time, and he is not going to invert it. He's not going to take the money, so it is going to be lined up straight off qualifying results. 4 heats on the program, 10 laps of distance, top 4 to the A main event. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at heat race number 1. Your lineup here for the Plumwild podcast, Super Late Models, presented by Northwest Racing Association. Dylan Yeager will line up on pole position to his outside. The 327 car of Hayden Tolleson starts position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 82 car of Desmond Busby. Bob Klein lines up the 7 machine from position number 4. Your 5th starter in the 46 will be Robert Overstreet, and Peyton Burton, car number 14, lines up at a position number 6. Joseph Green in the 518 will start 7. Ashton Farr will line up at a position number 8. And then you go back to the 123 of Rodney Guard, lining up at a position number 9 as we get set for what is the first heat race of the night. Wait for Dylan Yeager and Hayden Tolleson to bring us to the green. The pace car is up. And ladies and gentlemen, the Plumwild podcast, Super Late Models, round number 9 is underway. And just like that, Yeager going to get out to an early advantage over Hayden Tolleson, Desmond Busby. These drivers hit 3rd, 4th and 6th in the point standings. So there's a lot on the line, a lot at stake here in round number 9 of this series as we get ready for Volusia Speedway Park to play host to the final round next week, as Busby again continues to work the bottom side of the raceway now. Busby again still working it down low. Dylan Yeager still up top, but now he's going to cut it down to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4, see if it's any faster down there. And the 48 car is going to lead the way. Here comes Robert Overstreet now to the inside of Tolleson, down into turn number 1 and 2. Tolleson's got the advantage. That'll move Bob Klein back to position number 5 in the first car on the outside, looking in for the moment. Meanwhile, Ashton Farr trying to be moved there on Peyton Burton as Burton goes back by far down in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. And now Joseph Grady trying to throw his hat into the mix here. Then you look at Rodney Guard. So what is 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th position, but back towards the transfer position, the 46 car of Robert Overstreet. Holds on to position number 4. And just like that, we're already 6 laps into heat race number 1. Again, we'll see 4 heat races on the program. And a field of what was, I believe, about 33 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. Still watching Yeager out in front in the number 48 machine. There'll be 2.5 to run as they work again down the back straightaway. So no change to your top 5 as it stands, as they've pretty much got themselves a gap between either the driver in front or the driver behind them. There'll be 1 to go off turn number 4 with Dylan Yeager in car number 48. Went quickest in qualifying and now looking to pick up heat race number 1 victory to start on pole of tonight's 55-lap main event. He'll work it down into turn number 3. About to come off corner number 4. Checkered flag is out. Dylan Yeager victorious in heat race number 1. Second will go to Desmond Busby. Third at the line is going to be Hayden Tolleson. Robert Overstreet comes home 4th. Bob Klein unofficially going to round out your top 5. Let's just make sure there's no change to those top 5. No, it's not. Ashton Farr, Joseph Grady, Peyton Burton, and Rodney Guard, the 9 drivers in heat number 1. Heat number 2, they'll line up like this. Connor New in the 10 machine, he'll start on pole position. The 07 of Stephen Gaines lines up at a position number 2. Colton Zimmer lines up at a position number 3. The 23, Thomas Vickers, lines up at a position number 4. Nathan Waddell in the 5 starts position number 5, and who's outside the B5 of Caleb Durgan, lining up at a position number 6. Carson Friedman lines up the 3 entry from position number 7, and the 2 of Chance Carr lining up at a position number 8. So again, we look at these drivers. Connor New, 2nd in the point standings, starting on pole position. Colton Zimmer, 13th in the point standings. He'll come from that 2nd row. We've also got the likes of Nathan Waddell, Caleb Durgan, who are 5th and 9th in the point standings as well. So again, these drivers have got some work to do, i.e. Nathan Waddell, 5th in the point standing, starts position number 5 in this one. Caleb Durgan, 6th in the point standings, he'll start position number 9. But the pace car is up and we're ready to go racing here with Connor New off turn number 4, and the green flag is out. And Colton Zimmer also got a good start there on the inside of that second row as they work it through turn number 1 and 2. Gaines and Zimmer still side by side, but Gaines is going to get the better of that exchange through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Vickers down with a slider on Zimmer, 3 wide, Waddell to the inside, and 2 by 2 as they work into 3 and 4. Zimmer with a slider there. Here comes Waddell, found his way to position number 4, and we're nearly 4 wide there in the middle of turn number 1 and 2, if you don't mind. G car trying to throw it deep there on Durgan. Durgan had to drift up the racetrack, got into the side of Thomas Vickers. Meanwhile, into the wall goes the 20 car of Colton Zimmer. Waddell again down to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. Will he have third at the line? No, he won't. Give it back to Colton Zimmer. Gee, Zimmer is ripping the lip around the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. This is your battle for 3rd and 4th position. You see the black 5 trying to come through there on Thomas Vickers. That's for positions number 5, 6 and 7. So right now, Waddell and Zimmer have got the final 2 transfer spots for the moment. Just in front of them, the 07 car of Stephen Gaines, were way up out in front by a second lead. Here's the 10 car of Connor New. Came into the second last round of the series. 2nd in the point standings. Back behind Chase Barber. We're yet to see Chase Barber in heat racing action. However, we've seen probably 6 out of the top 10 so far in the top 10 in the heat races earlier on. We've still got another 2 heats to go. When speaking of 2s, there's only 2 laps left to run for the 10 car of Connor New. Gaines is closed in by probably about 2 to 3 tenths of a second, but it's taken him about 3 or 4 laps, but time is running out right now for the 07 car as the white flag is out. Connor New works it down to the low side through 1, not for turn number 2. He's up near the crete. Into 3 and 4 we go, and well, heat race number 3 is in, heat race number 2, sorry, is in the books. Connor New gets the win over Stephen Gaines, home in 2nd, Colton Zimmer 3rd. Grabbing that 4th and final transfer spot is going to be Nathan Waddell. Durgan, Carr, Vickers and Friedman to the B-main they go as heat race number 3 lining up on the raceway right now, and it'll be Dylan Wilson on pole position. The 99 of Chase Hardy lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 with the 5 entry of Andrew Clark. From 4, the 98th of Logan Hickerson. From position number 5, the 1 of Jesse Enterkin. From 6, the 10 of Jason Salter. From 7, the 02 of Nick Baum. From 8, the 07 of Christian White. Dylan Wilson, 7th in the point standings, starts on pole position. Who else we got in this one? Andrew Clark, 15th in the point standings. Jesse Enterkin, 10th in the point standings. So we're still yet to see Damien Kiefer in heat racing action. On every chance that the Zero Machine is going to be here in attendance as the green flag is out. We are underway for heat race number 3, and it is the second last heat race of the evening. In round number 9 of the Plumwild Podcast, Super Late Models presented by Northwest Racing Association. Hardy again at work on the top side in the 99 machine. There goes the 5 of Andrew Clark, still trying to dip it low and dig it deep and sell it cheap. Right through the middle of 3 and 4 he goes. He pulled up alongside the 99 car, but Hardy still had enough momentum to work around the outside, and now Hardy going to try and come after Dylan Wilson on the exit of turn number 4 on the front straightaway. Wilson now deciding to get upstairs. Figured that wasn't probably going to be the best line possible to hold on to the race lead, so now he's just sort of chopping and changing, searching for those fast lines and seeing what is working for that 80 machine. Hardy, again, that right rear quarter pedal with a good piece of the concrete wall as they work into 3 and 4. Clark this time. Clark going to throw the long, slow slider. And now here comes Jesse Enterkin, who was 10th in the point standings. And he's already had a feature race win this season. We go back to round number 1 at the Lernerville Speedway. Shocked the entire iRacing community and shocked the Northwest Racing Association. The 1 car means business from the opening round. As they'll come to 3 to run. Enterkin holding on to position number 4. He's trying to get by the 5 car of Andrew Clark. Here comes Logan Hickerson with a run now, and Enterkin down through Turn number 1 and 2. We're up into 3 and 4 we go. There'll be 2 to run. Salter, Balm back there to positions number 6 and 7. And then you go back and look at Christian White in that 8th position. But again, watch the 98 car battle with the 1 as they work down the back straight away. Hickerson time running out. Getting tight was Andrew Clark there in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. And that is less than ideal. Hickerson stays low to the inside of 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Clark goes to the inside of Hardy's. They work down into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. Dylan Wilson victorious in heat race number 1. No change for the top 5. In heat race number 3, Dylan Wilson, Chase Hardy, Andrew Clark, Jesse Entiken. That's your top 4. Logan Hickerson coming away with a top 5. 6th spot will go to Nick Barn, Jason Salter, along with Christian White to wrap up the drivers in heat race number 3. Heat number 4, they'll line up like this. Chase Barbara, your points leader, lines up the 23 machine to the pole position. Sean Pointer on the 20 lines up at a position number 2. Here he is, 8th in the point standings, rolling off at a position number 3. It's Damien Kiefer to the outside. The 32 of Christopher Joy from position number 4. Position number 5, the 92 of Tristan Lourdes Sewer. The 92 also of Logan Johnson lines up at a position number 6. And your final row, Austin Holder lines up the 18X from position number 7. And the 23 entry of Matt George will start position number 8 as we get set again. Cars rolling away. Barbara and Kiefer, they've got a lot on the line here. Tristan Lourdes Sewer, what is 17th in the point standings. Christopher Joy, 11th also. All right, the green flag is up and the throttles go down and we are underway in your 4th and final heat race of the night. They expect a full track reset after the second B main, and those 2 B mains will come up after heat race number 4. We go back to last week at the Lucas Oil Speedway. We had 1 caution, I think it was on lap number 3, and then the rest of the way went green to checker as we went 46 or 47 laps, green flag. Boy, Christopher Joy looking very good down to the inside of Sean Pointer in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Kiefer's found his way back a position from where he started, so he's on that bubble position. He'll go back to position number 4. Kiefer's got Lourdes, so just keep an eye on the very right of your screen. That NLRA D Keep Speed Plumwild podcast. Black, purple, green, blue machine, white, you name it, it's got almost every colour under the sun. And Kiefer trying to hold on to a transfer spot. Watching the battle on for the minor placings right now. Christopher Joy, car number 32, has found his way to position number 2 after starting on the outside of the second row. And I've already seen him over the past 2 weeks pick up quite a few positions and quite a few top 5s, including a World of Thunder Esports League win on a Sunday night, albeit in a pro late model. But hey, he's done it as Kiefer goes to the inside of Pointer down into turn number 3 and 4. Pointer tries to drive it in deeper. He'll get to the top side. Meanwhile, Kiefer goes by. Look out, Chase Barber, because here comes the 32 car down into turn number 3 and 4. There'll be 2 to run. At the line for the 23, that Alpha Industries number 23 machine. Looking for a championship with the Alpha Industries team. White flag is out, 1 lap left to run for Chase Barbara. Christopher Joy again closed in right in the middle of 1 and 2, but lost all sorts of speed on the exit of turn number 2 as the checkered flag will come out as heat race number 4 is done. So we've locked in 16 to the main event, which means we have got another 8 to lock in. 4 from B main 1, 4 from B main number 2. Let's take a look. There it is. Barbara Joy, Kiefer and Lourdes Sewer. Pointer going to a B main along with Johnson, Holder and George as we get ready for what is B main number 1 here on the raceway. Bob Klein on the 7 starts from position number 1. From position number 2 with the 98 car of Logan Hickerson. From position number 3, we Ashton Farr. From 4 in the 02, it's Nick Baum. Position number 5 in the 518 entry, it's Joseph Grandy. From 6, car number 10 of Jason Salter. Peyton Burton lines up out of position number 7 in the 14 and the 07 of Christian White. Lining up out of position number 8. 15 laps, top 4. Going through to the A main event as we get set to roll off here on the front straightaway behind the iRacing.com pace truck. So can Bob Klein, can he put the 7 into the big dance? Half of these drivers in this B main are going to be sent packing. The other half, they'll line up the inside from what is row number 9 as the green flag will fly as Bob Klein and Logan Hickerson. It's an even drag race, 2 by 2 by 2 as they work down the back straightaway. Couldn't ask for a better lap as lap number 1 belongs to Bob Klein. But here comes Hickerson now with a run on the outside. Gee, it's a dead heat as they work down in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Klein gets a little tight. Logan Hickerson to the race lead. Now here comes Nick Barn to the inside of the 7 entry of Klein as they cook. As Bob Klein trying to cook up a position. Inside trying to cook up a storm. Here in the runner-up spot trying to get to your race leaders. You'll watch back behind him just there the 10 car of Jason Salter go to the inside of Nick Barn. So your battle is on for 3rd and 4th. Then you look at Joseph Grandy, Ashton Farr, Peyton Burton as well. Those drivers trying to find their way into the top 4, trying to find their way into your 55-lap A main. Later on, Klein to the inside of Hickerson, down off the turn number 4. Hickerson going to hold on to the race lead in the number 98 machine, but again, Bob Klein still working it down low. Will he get by in that 7 car? So just like that, we are already 6 laps into B main number 1. Nick Palmer again trying to work it upstairs again, trying to sell some t-shirts as he goes on by the crowd. Up on top of the cushion, baby, and that O2 machine just gets a little too sideways, a little too fast. In the middle of turn 1 and 2 on the right rear quarter panel. Taking a nice little beating there from the concrete wall. And no matter how many times you try and hit it, it will not move. Salter just to the right of your screen. You can see your top 4 on screen. And perfectly poised to see Logan Hickerson continuing to lead the way. 9 in the books. From Bob Klein in car number 7 in the black, green and white entry. Balm in that grey, black and white 02 car. He closes in on Hickerson. Now almost going to make it 3 wide. You're back to Bob Klein to the race lead. Oh no, Balm into the back of Hickerson. We'll go yellow. So keep an eye on Nick Balm here. Just gets a good run. Probably that angle there probably does not do it any justice whatsoever. And good luck finding a camera that's going to get that one. Well, probably got a case to answer to, but you can see the O2 car of Bob Klein, of Nick Barm, sorry. He's been sent to the tail end of the field, which means, again, just talking about Bob Klein just then, he is now going to be your race leader. Lights are out. We're back to green. As Bob Klein leads from Jason Salter, Ashton Farr, Joseph Grady. Going to be the top 4 drivers in this one. So can Bob Klein, can he hold on? Can he get back to the race lead after Jason Salter had made the pass on the outside? There's just 2 laps left to run. Meanwhile, back to the transfer position goes Joseph Grandy, holding on from Peyton Burton. Boy, this could be a pivotal moment here. It could determine the outcome as the white flag is out. 1 lap left to run for Jason Salter. Salter down into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. The 10 car of Jason Salter will get the V-main victory here tonight at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Second will go to Bob Klein, Ashton Farr. Home in third, Joseph Grady gets that 4th and final transfer position. Make sure no other penalties there. There we go. So Salter, Klein and Farr along with Grady, are going to the big dance. Fifth on back, unfortunately. Well, you'll have to get prepared for next week's final race of the season. And again, we look forward to that one. Look forward to having your company live here on Ultimate Dirt TV. B-Main number 2, Caleb Durgan on the pole position. Sean Pointer lines up at a position number 2. Chance Carr lines up at a position number 3. Logan Johnson will start from 4. Thomas Vickers will start from position number 5. Austin Holder lines up at a position number 6. Carson Friedman lines up at a position number 7. Matt George from 8. And then Rodney Gard lining up at a position at number 9. As again, we get set for your second and final B main. So the pace car goes in. Well, off goes Caleb Durgan to the race lead. And it will be Caleb Durgan, car number 5. Again, he was 9th in the points in. He's coming into this one. Chance Carr back there in position number 3. Look at the point situation. He's back in 14th position. So if he wants to get a top 10 result there, he needs to make sure that he puts the 2 car into the show. Thomas Vickers in the 23, the first car to miss out from this B main. And he comes after the 92 car of Logan Johnson. Johnson slides up. Where does Vickers go? He'll dive it down to the inside. He'll stay protected to the bottom side of the speedway. And now your race for the transfer spot is on between Logan Johnson and Thomas Vickers. Your leader is Caleb Durgan. Back to Sean Pointer. Chance Carr. That's your top 3. Logan Johnson in the green, white, and purple number 92 machine has got himself that HRE Sim Sports number 92 car. Momentarily, I say, momentarily locked into the show. The 23 is coming after him. If the 23 wants to fight his way to victory lane, he's got to make sure that he gets past the 92 car and does it cleanly. Holden not too far away, back to the 18 machine, back to the right of your screen, and just like that, we're past half race distance now. 8 down and 6 to run. Final B main here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, Peevely, Missouri, playing host to the penultimate round of the Plumwild Podcast Super Late Models, presented by Northwest Racing Association. Vickers now opting to go to the outside in 2, 3, and 4. Logan Johnson doing everything possible to make that 92 car as wide as he possibly can. Vickers again is all over the back of him. Meanwhile, Chance Carr trying to put the moves back to Sean Pointer. And then you've only got half a second there for the battle for the race. But this is the battle we want to keep an eye on. The transfer position, the 92 of Johnson. Back to the 23 car of Vickers, and G. Vickers trying to rip the top and trying to sell some t-shirts in that number 23 machine. Time running out for Vickers. Will he have enough to get by the 92 car of Logan Johnson? There's only 2 more circuits around the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Here in the final B main, Vickers now going to go down Logan and try and force him up the racetrack. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go as they work down into turn number 3 and 4 already. Caleb Durgan going to be victorious off for turn number 4. That battle for the transfer spot is going to belong to the 92 car of Logan Johnson. Caleb Durgan gets the win over Sean Pointer, Chance Carr. Your top 3, Logan Johnson, will get that 4th and final transfer position. We'll wait for official timing and scoring to come up on screen before we talk about who is where, because we don't want to make the same mistake as what we did last night. So there is your B main number 2 results. Caleb Durgan gets the win over Sean Pointer, Chance Carr, Logan Johnson, your top 4. Unfortunately for Vickers, Friedman, Gard, George, and Holder, their nights are done and dusted. Well, let's take a look right now at your point situation. coming into tonight. Let's take a real good look at how this is all going to unfold, as there is the point situation coming up on screen. There we go. How about we put it there? That looks good to me. So, after the drop weeks, after 8 weeks, this is exactly what we look at. Chase Barbara leading the way over Connor New, Dylan Yeager, Desmond Busby, and Nathan Waddell make up your top 5. Let's look at who starts where this evening in tonight's feature event. Well, Chase Barbara, he will start from position number 4. Connor New going to start from position number 2. Dylan Yeager going to start on pole. Desmond Busby lines up at a position number 5. So your top 4 drivers, and then Nathan Waddell is going to start 14th. So your top 4 are going to start in the first 3 rows, the first 5 positions. Not a bad effort. Then you look at the likes of Hayden Tollison. He's going to come from the 9th starting spot. Dylan Wilson, Damien Kiefer. Dylan Wilson starts position number 3. Damien Kiefer got his work cut out from that 12th starting spot. Then we look back at Caleb Durgan and Jesse Entigan, with Caleb Durgan going to line up out of position number 18 after having to come through the B main. Meanwhile, Jesse Entigan, who is 10th in the point standings, will start from position number 15. So there's still a lot to play for as we get ready for what is round number 9 of the series. With that being said, we're not even going to take a quick commercial break, because there's no point, because what it is and what it means is we have got a 55 lap A main event to come here in a few moments' time. Again, we wait for the checkered flag to get thrown here on the warm-up session. That is exactly what has happened here this evening here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, penultimate round of the series. Still plenty of action to come with the Northwest Racing Association. Tonight, Monday night, Super Late Models. Tomorrow night, Big Block Modifieds. Wednesday night, Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Models. And then, of course, Thursday night, it's the Street Stocks on the program, the Pure Stocks, as we get set. We'll take a look at your starting a lineup, see who starts or where. On pole position with a 48 car of Dylan Yeager. Connor New lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 is Dylan Wilson from 4, the 23 of Chase Barbara. Position number 5, it's the 82 of Desmond Busby. From 6, the 07 of Stephen Gaines. From 7, the 99 of Chase Hardy. From 8, the 32 of Christopher Joy. From 9, the 327, Hayden Tollison. From 10, the 20 of Colton Zimmer. From 11, the 5 of Andrew Clark. From 12, the 0 entry of Damien Kiefer. From 13, the 46 of Robert Overstreet. From 14, the 5 of Nathan Waddell. From 15, it's the 1 of Jesse Entigan. From 16, the 92 of Tristan Lauder-Sewer. From 17, the 10 of Jason Salter. From 18, the 5 of Caleb Durgan, your B-main winners. Bob Klein out of position number 19. The 20th starter is going to be Sean Pointer. 21st will be Ashton Farr. 22nd going to be Chance Carr. 23rd, Joseph Grandy. And Logan Johnson lines up out of position number 24. I'm not sure why Waddell's fallen off. But what I do know is your Plumwild podcast, Super Late Models. Here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. The field is set, 24 starters in the hands of Dylan Yeager in car number 48. Ladies and gentlemen, penultimate round of the series. We're live for 55. Home of the Ironman 55 in the 410 wing sprint cars. As it's going to be Dylan Yeager leading the field down into turn number 3 and 4. Track has been reset, so they had 3 minutes to rework this racetrack. We'll see what it does later on this evening as they work down off for turn number 2, watching the battle between Wilson, Busby and Barbara. Then you go back to Gaines to the outside of Christopher Joy. Gaines going to be one of the first cars to send it upstairs, although we didn't get quite all the way up the racetrack. Didn't even get 3/4 up. But again, keep an eye on the 23 car of Chase Barbara, your points leader coming into this one. He knows that he's got Connor New, Dylan Yeager and Desmond Busby all with him inside the top 5. And this is really going to shake up things here after the points situation after 9 weeks of competition. Barbara gets by the 82 car of Busby, but Busby fights back on the inside. Barbara got into the side of Wilson. Wilson got all sorts of crossed up, but Barbara backed out of it and made sure that he didn't spin that 80 machine around all the way. So he kept his spot into position number 3. Barbara fell off back to position number 5. As with that little contact, Desmond Busby in the 82 car was able to get by the 23 of Chase Barbara for Alpha Industries. But again, here comes Barbara through the middle of the raceway. Bringing with him goes the 07 car of Stephen Gaines. And then you look at the 32 car of Christopher Joy, 2x2 as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. And just like that, 7 make it 8 laps to complete. There's still 47 to run here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Slider from Busby on Barbara. Barbara comes back at him now, and Barbara's going to take over position number 4. Good bit of driving there by the drivers to back off and get out of the gas and get on the binders. Joy coming after the 82 car Busby down into the middle of turn number 3 and 4. So work it down off turn number 2. Chase Barbara. He's gotten clear of Busby, but now he goes Gaines to the inside. One thing we'll have to keep an eye on as well if we get there. Here's lap traffic. So your leader right there. Here's the 48 car of Dylan Yeager. Uh-oh, we're not going to get lap traffic just yet. We'll go yellow over street along with Kiefer. Keep it on the 20 car. Turns the 0 car round, and unfortunately other drivers are getting a piece of that one. You can see 3 cars, Kiefer, Overstreet and Tolson all coming down to the pits to get some running repairs done. Which is really going to change things up here towards the back end of this race. I believe we are doubled up, ready to go back to green. And just like that, with 13 laps down, 42 to run. Whoa, Connor New. That was a big Hail Mary play. That was a 4th and 26 kind of play. When your team's down by about 35 and you just want to go for it, just for the fun of it. Christopher Joyce found his way to position number 5 once again to the top of the racetrack. He goes. Hardy in the 99 car showing some life and showing some good car speed there as Busby just moved up the racetrack, watching Barbara Wilson Joy go out of for positions 3, 4 and 5. Barbara again still working it to the top of the racetrack. Keen to see when these drivers are going to get off the top and go through to the middle of the speedway. We seen it last night with World of Thunder Esports competition. The track gets reset, and unfortunately, it still went right through the middle of the speedway. And albeit the drivers weren't too happy about it, and probably rightfully so, but I don't think that we could have done anything differently there. Challenge is on for the race lead as we are yellow. So caution number 2 of tonight's A main event. So we let race control deal with the situation at hand, and we'll let them handle the drivers. So our lights do go out on the safety car. 36 laps to run. And there we go. Jaeger tries to get on the gas as early as possible, but Connor New going to time the start and now time the slider down into turn number 1. Here goes Jaeger back with a run down into turn number 3 and 4, but it's going to count all for nothing. This yellow flag does come back out on the raceway, which means they will go to a single file restart now. We're going to be right back 1 second. Alright, apologies about that. We just had to take care of something in the back end of things. So the lights are still on the iRacing.com official page truck. Again, what is the second last round of the series. Don't forget, next week we'll travel to the Volusia Speedway Park in Barbersville, Florida. Gotta say, I've done a couple of races today as week 13 races are upon us, and well, week number 9 feature event here for the Plumwild Podcast Super Late Models is back to green again. Those single file restarts help the 48 car of Dylan Yeager, so maybe catching a break. Here's that 48 entry. Here we go, 3 wide car to the inside of Waddell. And then you go back to the 99 car of Hardy, who again is just trying to send it up around the top side of the racetrack. Well, I tell you what, Waddell drove it in deep down in the middle of 3 and 4. But again, leaves the lane on the outside for Hardy to go outside. Meanwhile, to the inside goes the 2 car of Chance Carr. 3 wide down the front straightaway, if you don't mind. How do you do? How do you like those ones? 2 by 2 back there as we looking to close in on the battle for the minor placings there. Again, Chase Barber, your points leader over Connor New and Dylan Yeager. They find themselves 1, 2, 3 in the race, and they find themselves 3, 2, 1 in the championship as it stands for the moment. Dylan Yeager third in the point standings, yet to get a feature win. Can he finally break the drought? Can he finally get that feature race win that he is so desperately wanted for so long? You know that the 48 car is close. He's closing, but working on the top shelf goes Connor New. Gee, here comes Connor New now. Oh, Barbara deciding to go upstairs as well in turn number 1 and 2. New again, ripping the lip as we'll go yellow. So we are officially past half race distance. We are 29 down. There is 27 to go. In fact, there'll be 26 to run. Actually, give me a second. Just got to go and check something. All right, there we go. We're back. Thank you, Cody. Hope Tim Nichols is doing well. Tim, miss you, buddy. So the lights should be out. 26 to run. And again, it looks like Jason Salter just getting waved around the field. Not sure what happened to that 10 car, but either way, you know, I actually was thinking about running Rogers' big block race tonight at Eldora. And then I thought, no, I went and did a sprint car league instead. I don't know why, but I did. Actually, I ran an official, well, unofficial official in the UMP modifieds at Limeland earlier. Anyhow, enough about modifieds because we've got super late models on the racetrack. And your battle for not only the championship, but the battle for the lead is heating up as he goes. Connor New trying to go by Dylan Yeager. Yeager still holding on to the number one position. Meanwhile, Dylan Wilson fights to the outside of Chase Barbara. Wilson 7th in the standings. Barbara your points leader. Oh, Barbara into the side of Yeager. He kept it going. Now forces Wilson down to the middle of the raceway. Meanwhile, slider there from you on your race leader of Yeager. Gee, look at this racing. It is busy right now. How does one predict what's going to happen? I predict there's a slider coming. Connor New led that lap. That's big if we get a caution. Although we may not need one, because now he's going to drive away from the 48 car. Yeager rolling the bottom side of the raceway. Here goes Chase Barbara with a slide job. Gee, Barbara committed. And they get to the line. 19 to run. I thought we may have gone yellow, but no, not just yet. Oh, gee, Connor New getting all sorts of crossed up there on the exit of turn number 4. Barbara into the wall. Busby. So again, your top 4 in the point standings find themselves sitting 1, 2, 3, and 5. And the man 7th in the point standings breaks up that top 4 positions of Dylan Wilson. 16 to run for your race leader. Gee, very different to what we had at World of Thunder competition last night. Here last night, it was all just gutter rut through the middle, gut slick. Tonight, Wilson tries to dive it right where Yeager's running. Is what we seen it last night. So hats off to the track crew. for trying to keep these cars guessing on where the fastest line is going to be. There'll be 13 to run for the 10 car of Connor New. Holds half a second advantage right now over Chase Barbara. Wilson into the wall. Here goes Busby on the inside. Busby now going to come after Wilson. Two former teammates as they work off turn number 4. So top 4 in the point settings are on the top 4 steps of tonight's top 5A main event. Connor New, he is on a whole nother level right now here in Northwest Racing Association competition, going back even to pro late models. He has been near unstoppable, but 10 laps left to run for the 10 car of Connor New. Will they get to lap traffic? Highly doubt it. Does their work? You're looking at, there's your leader. So you're looking at probably a front straightaway distance between the man that sits first and the man that sits 20th throughout this field. But just like that, things can change in an instant. It was up to nearly 7/10 of a second there for Connor New over Chase Barbara. But again, Barbara again works it back. Gee, Barbara not giving up without a fight just yet. How about Chance Carr in the 2 machine? Gee, Chance Carr's moved up some positions, plus 16. So he's gone from position number 22 to position number 6. Gee, he is wheeling and dealing, hustling and bustling around the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Busby, Wilson, Carr. That's 4th, 5th and 6th there on screen. Just in front of them, 3rd place driver of Dylan Yeager, who, mind you, went quick time here this evening and also started on pole of tonight's 55 lap main event. But time running out for everybody else because it may not matter. Because let's just take a look at how nice and how pretty this is to watch from the 10 car of Connor New. There'll be 3 to run. We won't need to worry about lap traffic anymore unless we grab a caution here in the final 3 laps. And even if we get one now, it will be a green-white checker situation. To the top of the racetrack he goes. 2 laps to run. The two sticks in the air for Connor New. Penultimate round, penultimate lap here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. He'll make his way off turn number 4. A white flag is in the air. 1 lap left to go for the 10 car of Connor New. There was just 14 points separating himself and Chase Barbara going into tonight's race into 3 and 4. He has done everything right. How about it? Connor New dominating victory here tonight at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Connor New, absolutely superb. A cool, calm, and collected drive for the driver of the number 10 machine. Let's take a look at those official results coming up on screen. No doubt he'll be ready to go. Ready to talk to us. We'll chat to your top 3. Connor New, Chase Barbara, and Dylan Yeager. That will be your top 3. Desmond Busby, Dylan Wilson, your top 5. Chance Carr home in 6. Hard charger tonight. Nathan Waddell, 7th. Andrew Clark, Sean Pointer, and Colton Zimmer will make up your top 10. We'll go through to 11 through to 20th. It'll be Tristan Laudersua, Hayden Tonelson, Bob Klein, Damien Kiefer, Jesse Entigan, your top 15. Christopher Joy, Robert Overstreet, Ashton Farr, Joseph Grandy, and Logan Johnson back in position number 20 and the last car on the lead lap. 4 DNFs tonight. Chase Hardy in 21st, Stephen Gaines 22nd, Caleb Durgan, Jason Salter in positions number 23 and position number 24. Boy, what a way to finish up the penultimate round of the series. And in such dominating fashion here tonight. Let's chat to the man that comes home 3rd place tonight in caliber 48. It's Dylan Yeager. Dylan, congratulations first off on a 3rd place finish here tonight. Boy, a good start to the night, good start to the main event, but a couple of yellows certainly hurt the chances of that 48 car. You'll have to settle for 3rd place here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even really know what I could have done there. I can't wall tap. That's plain and simple. That's why Connor and Chase passed me, is because they're so good at it. And as everybody watching this probably knows, I can't run the top to save my damn life. So I was just out there trying to hold on, just like last night. I'm pretty disappointed in myself, but it is what it is. It's racing. Just glad it's over.
Well, it's not over just yet because we've got Volusia to come up next week for the final race of the series. How do you feel about Volusia, knowing that we've just gotten rid of the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway here tonight?
Uh, I don't really know because they're gonna do that supposed big update tomorrow that should make the cars better. I don't really know. I'm hoping it makes the racing better because right now it's pretty bad at most tracks. So we'll just hope that that update's good and that we'll get a racy track for next week. And I don't know, maybe Connor and Chase wreck each other in the heat race and don't make the feature or something. That's my only chance at the championship now. So we will see. I'm just very disappointed in myself, as you can probably hear in my voice. But oh well.
Right, it is what it is. We started off great with a fastest qualifier, not opting not to take the money. If you had your time over again, would you take the money this time or not? Or would you be happy just starting on pole and making this feature?
Nah, I probably would have started on pole again. Now that I'm looking back at it, I kind of wish that I loaded up a different setup because that setup chewed my tires up pretty bad around the top. Like I felt like I was pretty out there the whole race. So that's the only thing I would change about tonight is probably my setup. But I definitely would have still taken pole if we ran it back.
All right, well, you were third coming into tonight, only 23 points separating yourself and Chase Barber, who is your points leader. And then I think there was a 9 point gap between you and Connor New as well. So it's really going to make things for an interesting Volusia Speedway Park final week next week. Dylan, best of luck next week on Championship Week. But for tonight, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Before we let you go and run off out of here and somewhat celebrate with the team, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 48 car.
Yeah, just gotta thank Majul C Speed Shop, CFM Esports, JDM Designs, just everybody that helps out, you for the broadcast, and Eddie for putting the series on.
There we go, Dylan Yeager home in position number 3. Home in position number 2 tonight is your points leader, and it's a 23 car of Chase Barbara. I'm going to say these past month or so, it's a familiar sight talking to this man one step underneath where he would like to be. But Chase, second spot finish here tonight. I guess when we look at the big picture, you had 14 points over Connor New coming into tonight. Gee, that makes that points gap just a little bit tighter.
Yeah, we had a pretty good car, I was trying to get the win there, just, go for the win, but I guess I didn't have enough at the end there, tore my stuff up a little bit early, just driving into the wall, but I mean, it's all right. We had to throw a big slider to get the second there and really make a move, but, I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Just need to run a little bit better when it's on the top like that.
Right, we've done a fair few laps around the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway this week. A completely different track to what we've seen last night with World of Thunder competition. I mean, you would have had some, no doubt you would have had some notes coming into tonight, and did those notes pay off?
No, I mean, I actually, because I mean the track was just completely different on the top like that. I never would have thought it would stay up there. I thought it was just gonna rubber up, lock up around the middle, but it didn't.
Well, Chase, we now move on to Championship Week next week at the Volusia Speedway Park. My understanding is you're still going to be the points leader going into next week, but you're probably looking at somewhere around of a 10-point gap between yourself and Connor New. Is there any extra pressure knowing that next week is going to be the one that takes home the championship or finishes second?
No, not really. We just got to go out there and run good like we have all season. So just gonna try and go out there and just do what we usually do and finish good, finish as close to Connor as possible. Just that's gonna be the goal. We'll try to beat him, get the points championship, beat the guy in third as well.
Well, Chase, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 23 car one more time.
I'd like to thank Alpha Industries, Gage Stevens Designs, Logan Rumsey for spotting me, you guys for putting this all on, everybody at Alpha, James, JD, everybody, just thank them for having me pretty quick.
There we go, Chase Barber, your driver that finishes in second spot here tonight. Home in first place tonight in the number 10 machine. Second, still should be second, but it's a 10 car of Connor New that will go to victory lane. Connor, congratulations on this victory. It took you 30-something odd laps to get to the front, but once you led that lap, you drove away from Yeager, and it was all your race to pick up the win. Congratulations, buddy. Well done on this victory.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Boy, it looked like this 10 car was set up for the back half of this race. Was that always the plan to make sure that this car was set up to the top of the racetrack?
Yeah, definitely set up for the top. I mean, I don't know, I'm better at running the top than I am anywhere else, so I set up for there, and it, as always here, it came in, and, I don't know, I was able to, Jaeger was running the middle there, and I could not pass him, dude, so I finally had to full send some sliders on him. Thought I killed the left front on the first one, because I killed the fence, or the inside fence, but, I don't know, we got the lead there, and, I don't know, this thing was a rocket ship tonight. It was really good.
Well, it looked almost near perfect, but like I said, it took you a while to get to the front. We had a couple of yellows there towards the middle part of that race. Were you sort of worried at all, or were you just sort of, because we talked about last night, the track was totally different to what we've seen in World of Thunder competition.
Yeah, I don't know. I was on the same setup that I was on in Wotail. I was really fast in Wotail too, but I broke the right front. And I don't know. The top was really good in both races, so I figured it would be kind of similar, but it really wasn't. But the top was still there, so I just put it on the fence and let her eat.
Connor, congratulations on the victory here tonight. Again, we go into championship week next week. You are still should be second in the point standings, but the gap was 14 coming into tonight. It's going to be less than that, knowing that you beat Chase Barbara in tonight's main event. What's the week like for you getting yourself prepared for championship week next week?
I haven't been really testing a lot lately, and I think this week definitely I'm going to test some and try to make sure I'm dialed for Fallujah next week, and definitely a 75 lap race. So got to put some time and testing in that, and I don't know, I just got to hope I have a really good week next week and hopefully pick up another win.
Well, Connor, wish you the best of luck next week, but for tonight, congratulations on the victory here at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway in the Plumwild Podcast Super Late Models presented by Northwest Racing Association. Connor, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 10 car.
I got to thank everybody at Mobility Speed Shop. I couldn't do none of this without them. Evan, Blake, Chris, Mike, Sweet Victory Apparel, Crazy K Graphics, Eddie for putting the league on, you guys for broadcasting, HRD Sim Sports, yeah, just everybody that helps me do this.
Connor, well done on the win. Good luck for next week in the championship race. There we go, Connor New, your winner here tonight from the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway, which will, of course, wrap up round number 9 of the Plumwild Podcast Super Late Models presented by Northwest Racing Association. So just a quick little recap of what we've seen here tonight. We go back as far as qualifying. Dylan Yeager set the best number when it comes to qualifying times with an 11.870. He opted not to take the money, which means no inversion for the heat. So he started on pole and he finished on the top step. So he came away with the win in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, seen Connor New start on the pole and get the win. Heat 3, seen Dylan Wilson start on pole and get the win. Heat number 4, continuing on with it, Chase Barbara started on pole and got the win in that one. B main change up. Jason Salter from position number 6. He got the win. And he was the only driver to not win from the pole in the heat races or the preliminaries, because Caleb Durgan picked up the win from the pole position in B main number 2. And well, that all changed when it came to the feature race. Again, it was Connor New who got the job done over Chase Barber, home in second. Dylan Yeager rounded out the podium. Chance Carr went from 22nd to 6th. That is plus 16 on the night. Sean Pointer, 20th to 9th. He went up plus 9, so hats off to those drivers moving through this field in what was, I think, about 4 cautions throughout the course of this 55-lap main event. But, of course, round number 9 is complete. Again, how will the points system shake up? Well, you'll have to wait and see. Keep an eye on the Northwest Racing Association social media pages, on their Discord. But tonight with the Northwest Racing Association, they've got the Dirty Dig Performance Big Block Modifieds to come tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern, live with Joe White, OSR and OSR Network. Make sure you stick around for that one. That should be a good one before we come back on Wednesday night with the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Model Series. We're live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. That'll be at 11 o'clock Eastern. And then on Thursday night, they will have the Bad Racing. I think it is a Bad Racing. Let me just double check this one. Bad Company Racing, pure stock, street stocks on the program for what is going to be a fantastic night of racing. I'm not sure where they are, in fact, on this schedule. They might be at Lanier, I think, but heading out, that'll be with Joe White, 10 o'clock Eastern as well. So plenty of action with the Northwest Racing Association. But for us at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's time for us to step aside as we get ready for our World of Thunder commitments tomorrow night with some dirt street stocks from 7 o'clock Eastern and 9 o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock will be fixed setup. 9 o'clock Eastern is going to be open setups again live on Ultimate Dirt TV tomorrow night. So until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the manager behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you tomorrow night.